What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video, and today we're gonna be reacting to the T.Roy O Block story again. This is gonna be part two. This one probably won't be as long for real. Yesterday I did like a 50-some minute video, but yeah, this is really interesting. You feel me? Like a lot of details in this. Good breakdown, and shout out to Chicago Scene 88 for sharing my video. Definitely appreciate that one. And I seen some people talking stuff in the comments. I'm like, bruh, I don't pay attention to nobody talking nothing. Like, cause you feel me, if somebody ain't doing nothing in person, I really don't care. You feel me? This is the internet, bruh. Like y'all could do all that talking on the internet. I don't care. You feel me? But yeah, we finna get back into this show, part two, man. It's probably gonna be like 15 minutes, something like that. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments below. Feel me? Let's see the.
Just like with King Bun after the assassination of White, T.Roy became a demon in the streets. He started to get really active and literally started wilding out on his enemies. And this after already doing.
Yeah, I think we still in 2012. That's what they was definitely going crazy in 2012. That's where everything happened for, like, you feel me. Chief Keef blew up. There was like a lot of the killings was mostly from like 2011 to like 2015, something like that.
Under the first half of the year,
like the big
the
killings
that T.Roy and King
in terms of
Bun
like,
were
you know,
very
the
similar
rappers and all
and
that,
one thing in
major
common,
figures
they
and
wanted
stuff.
to win. Many members were born into the game without a choice and do everything just to survive. However, T.Roy and Von wanted something else. They wanted to win the game. Just 2 months
I didn't even know T.Roy shot FBG Young. Damn. Yeah, Swiper, he do be talking about that. That's another dude that be like trying to break info, but apparently he was really like with them, like STL and all that. But he don't mess with him anymore, dude. But he's just like giving people info about it. Yeah.
in late September, T.Roy was locked up for shooting FBG Young in the leg. Swipper, who, yet again, was a hangaround from that area, even said that FBG Young snitched on T.Roy at the hospital.
Ah, that boy ratting. I ain't seen no paperwork though, so I can't really say, but I hope he ain't snitching.
I have a hard time believing it since Young still has a lot of respect, and Swipper had an agenda towards Young.
Yeah.
However, Young actually admitted in the DMs with Swipper that T.Roy did in fact shoot him, but that he is dead now. Meanwhile, T.Roy was locked up.
And T.Roy really popped him. He was on the ass.
Now who the F I'm supposed to drill with. However, Von did not have to wait long for his right hand to come out into the free world again. T.Roy was released after just a few days and was out on the streets again with King Von.
Yeah, Von was locked up a lot more than T.Roy, it seems like. Like, T.Roy, I think, only probably got locked up a couple of times, and it was nowhere near as long. And he never, like, got locked up for, like, a real murder. I don't think he was more low-key with it. Even though he was getting shouted out, like, more than Von back then. But Von was just more hot-headed with it. You know what I mean?
To cause as much damage and grief as possible before he was locked up again.
Wait, little T.Roy and Jeff for shooting somebody in LA. That's all he did. Yeah. These messages. Yeah, that's why he posted messages there. I'm gonna tell T.Roy probably. Yeah. Well, yeah, straight up admitting it right there, as you can see. T.Roy in that jam. September 26, 2012. I think LA died like a year after that, right? To 2013, September 26, if I'm not mistaken.
In September 2012, an altercation occurred between King Von and K.I., which sparked their personal beef and their infamous fake relationship that Von built up between them. It was after this altercation that Von's infatuation with her really began. The altercation took place on the train. King Von and other members from O Block spotted K.I. on the train and beat her up badly. They then left her on the train, and King Von wasted no time and went straight to Twitter to mock Jakira, where he said, among other things, that he should have spit on her after he finished up beating her. Von followed
Yeah,
up
Von was real disrespectful. I mean, a lot of them was to begin with, like all that internet talking. You know what I mean?
Incident by shooting up
They used to be super hot on Twitter. I'm like, damn. There's so many tweets.
Just a week later, Jakira would take revenge by trying to kill both King Von and T.Roy, without success. This incident was one of two actual reasons that led to the murder of Modell from ST is true or not, I don't know. The second reason, the more unknown, is that T.Roy and King Von, 3 days before the murder of Modell, was shot by none other than K.I. herself. K.I., FBG Cash were out sliding and spotted King Von and
Yeah.
T.Roy outside the gates of Parkway
Hello.
Gardens. Both K.I. and Cash started letting off shots. Von got
Alright.
hit with 1 or 2 bullets to his leg, which grazed him. The
Alright.
three managed to escape and
Yeah, I'm in
ran
the
into
middle of the
Parkway
video.
again and went into one of their apartments. Von and T.Roy got away with a hair's breadth. In case K.I. and Cash had done a walk-up instead of shooting from inside a car, it would probably have been over for either Von or T.Roy. A few hours after the incident, both Von and T.Roy made it very clear who shot at them. Von
Dang, so KI could have got both of them for real. See, she was definitely out there. Like, they hyped her up, don't get me wrong, when they was talking about, like, 20 bodies and all that. The only people who probably had 20 bodies is unknown people, like, dudes on the west side that's never on the internet and stuff like that. None of the people that was really talking on the Twitter all like that have nowhere near no 20 bodies. Like, the most is probably, like, 10 or something, like Mad Max or something like that, or 051 Melly, something like that. But, yeah, people ain't having no 20, bro. Not too many, like. You have to be really low key. I ain't gonna lie. You ain't finna just be killing a whole bunch of people and talking about it without something happening. For real, ain't nobody invincible, bro.
LOL, a leg shot. Then what? And I ain't no lame. I gotta get shot in my leg for us to be cool. That's crazy. T.Roy made it even clearer a few hours after the shooting took place when he tweeted, "I'm going to kill this girl." This incident is the main reason why Von and T.Roy were so thirsty for revenge. 3 days later, it came.
3 days later, that's when they beat her up. Yeah, they was hot. Hey, the Blackberry Day, 2012. Blackberry. I'm off Twitter with the Twitter drillers from King Job. She was always talking reckless to him. Damn, they was definitely very young in that picture too. R.I.P. both of them, man. R.I.P. K.I. You feel me? It's a shame how many lives was lost to all this, man. No cap. It just be the situations like people be in, you know what I mean? There don't be a way out. It's like kill or be killed type thing. And they're in poverty, so they don't have the funds to like move, positions. They just stuck in that like cycle, you know what I mean? Like a circle going around and around.
On October 13th, 2012, T.Roy and King Von got their revenge on STL/CBT, specifically on Wooski and K.I., who were constantly coming through shooting up a block. L.A. Capone, T.Roy, King Von, and J Money were casually out looking for enemies on the 6,300.
That's crazy. All four of them is gone now. I think everybody mentioned in this whole thing right here is gone except for Wooski. And he almost died. Like, obviously, he's like saying messed up from the headshot. He got lucky, but that goes to show you how it be. Like,
South Rhodes Avenue around 9:30 p.m. At the same time, Miles, a cousin of Modell, was standing on a porch on the same street talking to a girl when Modell and close friend Richie Jerk came by. In the same second,
Richie Jerk, dang, I didn't even know him back then. Like, he wasn't really, I don't know if he made music or whatever. But yeah, that's Billionaire Black's brother. He got killed apparently by 051.
In his chest. Modell collapsed on the street and Richie Jerk started running as shots from T.Roy and King Von came towards him. Luckily, he managed to escape the situation. When Miles saw Modell collapsing on the street, he ran towards him and bent over to embrace him, which he never should have done. Because tragically, Von and T.Roy weren't planning on leaving any witness, and shot Miles over 5 times in his back. T.Roy and the others left Miles and Modell bleeding on the street and fled the scene on foot and went back to Parkway Gardens. The girl Miles was talking to called the police and paramedics. The 2 teens were found on the street and were both taken to the hospital. Modell to Strasser Hospital and Miles to Northwestern Memorial Hospital, both in critical condition. Modell was tragically pronounced dead at the hospital.
Damn.
Miles, on the other hand, miraculously and luckily survived.
R.I.P. Modell. I remember in a tweet like after Von died, I think the one dude that he just mentioned, the other dude, what was his name? Miles, he said something about like King Von after he died, which even confirms it even more. Obviously, that King Von played a part in his death. You know what I mean? No, Lil P, Lil P. I'm trying to think. Wasn't that dude in the one clip in that video? A lot of these is graveyard pictures, bro. That's really just the saddest part. Like a lot of people in these pictures, they like all be dead. That's considered like a graveyard picture. If everybody in your picture is like dead, you know what I mean, or passed away, however you want to call it. Yeah, exactly. Posted them after Vaughn died. You know what I mean? They posted at least 4 people. That's why it was like confirmed that Vaughn had at least like 4 bodies, probably 7 or something. But I was innocent laughter. Hey, I seen that. That was funny. Though. I ain't gonna lie, that joint right there. Somebody, I seen that on Facebook. But yeah, that's a Boss Tro. Like that. Let's see, Vaughn was wild and like he really just did not care.
Getting what? Man, you think that's wrong? You beating up somebody? You know how many motherfuckers we beat up? Tell her, Lord. I swear to God, and I popped that person. Nah, you ain't popped that person though.
He said I lost one fight and I popped him. See, that's what I'm saying. Like y'all can't be mad though. Like the thing when Lil Tim killed Vaughn, cause it's like Vaughn basically did the same thing. You know what I mean? When he lost the fight, like Quando was losing that fight, then Lil Tim killed Vaughn. Like it's like, you know, it's like a reverse thing. Like it's like the same exact way. You feel me? But yeah, that's like a perfect example. He literally admitted that. Like, unless he was talking about FBG Butter, because apparently he beat him up on the bus. But I think they jumped him that time, so I don't know if that was like a one-on-one situation. Unless he was talking about Modell, then yeah, you know what I mean. 2-2 gang. How are you gonna say you and obviously Vaughn was tweeting? Hey, they trolling. .45 Glock. Where's the T.Roy tweet stuff? It's supposed to be T.Roy's story. We already seen Vaughn's stuff. See, this is what I'm saying. Vaughn was like way more on the internet than probably T.Roy did. These are all Vaughn's tweets. Ain't no T.Roy tweet. On Rose, it's a murder. You got L.A. That's pretty long right there. That's probably the girl talking about dude.
Miles was so gravely wounded that after one surgery, doctors told his father the youth's intestines fell through their hands when they picked him up.
What?
He remained in a medically induced coma
Dang.
for weeks.
They said his intestines fell through their hands, bro. That's crazy.
Miles was
That
moved
is
to a
crazy.
specialty wound center and then to the rehabilitation
Dang,
institute
he really
of
survived
Chicago
it. That's
before
good.
going home in May. Teachers from Leo Catholic High School tutored him so he could keep up with his education, and he graduated June 2nd, 2013. Adjustment to the physical changes in his life has been difficult for Miles. The former high school football player has a catheter and needs a wheelchair to move around. It's important to know that Miles was just an innocent bystander who simply was in the wrong place at the wrong time. He had nothing to do with the beef between STL/CBT and O-Block. According to Miles' father, Modell was a gang wannabe, but that Miles, his own son, had no interest in the criminal life.
Call that boy a wannabe, dude. That's messed up for real. He might have been the. They was saying Modell like wasn't really with that. I mean, he was probably just mad about what happened. The other dude, Doc, was in it, I think, because they said in the other joint what I just did, part one, talking about how Modell started to be around STL more after Doc got killed. But yeah. Damn, that boy lucky he survived, but they said
In the
intestines came
incident
out.
report from the murder of Modell and the attempted murder of Miles, no suspects are mentioned by name. However, one suspect had a description. The witness described one of the offenders as 5 feet 2 inches tall and a weight of 145 pounds.
Obviously, that's T.Roy. There ain't nobody else over there that was that short, especially at that time. I think O Block got like some midgets now, dude, but like at that time, T-Roy was definitely the shortest over there. So that's pretty obvious right there.
Which matches T.Roy. This combined with several incriminating tweets from T.Roy basically confirms that T.Roy was one of the killers along with King Von. Although there was only one suspect in the police report, EBT Greg confirmed that there were 2 killers. STL members like Billionaire Black confirmed the day King Von died that he was one of the killers. There may be several reasons why there were not 2 suspects in the police report. It was dark outside. Miles was in a coma for weeks and it is not certain that the witness saw everything. After the murder, T.Roy tweeted things like, "It raindrops because some op is DOA like JoJo," and "No lacking home." King Von tweeted things like, "Me and T.Roy, man, we murder for fun," and
Yeah, I remember all
"T.Roy
them
got a
tweets.
problem. We just cannot stop doing our thing, and all that." As you probably notice, very much of T.Roy's story is similar to King Von's story so far in the video, which is not strange. They have now caught 2 bodies together. However, much of the work T.Roy put in happened in 2013 when King Von was locked up, which we will come to later in the story.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like, see how T-Roy was pretty much out like the whole time. Vaughn was getting locked up a lot more, so T-Roy had to be more on point, honestly. Like, and then he really got killed when Vaughn was locked up, unfortunately. But yeah, this goes to show like why T-Roy was so loved. He was like out there the whole time, just putting in work. You know what I mean? Definitely one of the top members. Him and Vaughn, probably like he was said, probably the deadliest dudes from over there. Man, that's definitely wild. So T-Roy was just more slick with it for like. He wasn't as hot headed as Vaughn, basically. He said we can't stop doing our thing and all that. Hey, yeah. That was like the month after JoJo died too, wasn't it? Cause yeah, October and yeah, JoJo died in September. Damn. And can you please did 2 people kill Movell or was just 1 person? Yeah, he said 2 straight up.
Modell, who King Von and T.Roy shot to death, was very close to K.I., which resulted in K.I. went after both Von and T.Roy to try to get revenge immediately after the murder of Modell. However, it was difficult to find them. Either they were in someone's apartment in either O Block or 600's territory, or they were already out in cars riding around dangerous, which makes
Yeah, they was steady sliding too. That's why it was another reason why it was like harder to get them because they wasn't just sitting idle. They was like really just out there 24/7. So you had to really catch them while they was trying to catch you. You know what I mean?
very
That's what made it
difficult to
harder.
catch your enemy, especially when they are armed. Instead, Jakira decided to go after T.Roy's 2 cousins, Sharona and Travis, who I suspect were involved in fights with other girls from Jaro and STL/CBT. Just 2 days after the murder of Modell, K.I. came blowing at both Sharona and Travis at the AutoZone outside of O Block. Fortunately, none of the bullets hit. However, K.I. actually got locked up for this as Travis and Sharona snitched on her, and even pointed her out in a lineup at the police station.
Yeah,
However,
that's
K.I. was released by court after 1 week, but on certain conditions. When K.I. was released, she even wrote to King Von on Twitter, and said he should tell Sharona and Travis to stop snitching, and to not come to court. K.I. also tweeted about O Block talking about her getting out and that they were scared. K.I. and Wu actually two of the few who actually cared about Modell in the aspect that they slid for them and actually tried to get revenge. Many even blamed STL for the death of both Modell and Dale, since they were not really about that life but were more hang-arounds. Booby from Jaro City even tweeted about this and said that STL was fake for not sliding for Modell, which KI and Booby came into a dispute over since KI actually did slide for Modell. KI and other STL
Yeah,
members
even if
were
they wasn't with it, like they still knew them. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know why they would just try to act like it didn't really matter. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's why that gang stuff really ain't worth it. A lot of people don't care about you, and that's in general for real. Like you don't even have to be in the gang. You know what I mean? That's why I just be by myself a lot because I already know how stuff be out here.
Dutchy have also said that Modell and Dale were not really with it and were just innocent bystanders. Dale was killed by T.Roy in December 2011.
All right, I think I'm gonna stop it right there. So we at 52, 55. So yeah, I'm gonna resume this tomorrow. You feel me? We almost halfway done, but yeah, this is gonna be have to be like probably I say like 5 parts maybe, 5, 6, something like that. But yeah, this is really good. This is definitely one of the best ones I've seen from him. Okay, he put a lot of work into this. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about that, man, in the comments below. Like I said, for sure, got more videos coming, man. Stay in tune, and I'm gonna catch you on the next video, man. Remember, y'all, stay positive and have a great day, for sure.